This episode is brought to you by Credit Direct. My name is Gbemi Olaterola and welcome to the Fashion Roundtable. On this show, we have real conversations about Nigerian creatives, their journeys, their wins, their struggles, and everything in between. In the studio with me today is a lady who runs away from publicity. She does her work and tries to hide from the camera, but I had to go look for her because I've admired her brand for a long time. She's been doing this since she was 19 years old. And we're going to get deep into her story, her wins, her struggles, her triumphs, and everything, like I said. Welcome, Derin Fabikun, everyone. Please put your hands together for her.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome. You're so ladylike. You're so calm. And I know that you're like, oh my goodness, I'm shy. But we really need to talk to you. And this is part of the reason why I have this show, because there's so many Nigerian creatives in the fashion space who are really just about their work. They don't want the flash. They don't want the noise. But your stories need to be told, because I feel like we could all learn from your story. We could all draw inspiration from your story. I'm particularly interested in your story because you started at the age of 19. Yes. So for a 19-year-old who is watching this and thinking they have all the time in the world, there's no time. We need to start. So you started at 19, correct?
Yes, I did.
What did you start with?
So I started right after university. The only thing I knew was I loved fashion, and I had no knowledge of it. I had not gone to school for that. I actually went to school and I studied management. Mm-hmm. But in school, I find that I was always styling my friends mm-hmm. and my roommates. Mm-hmm. My wardrobe was the one where people would come
and take pieces
I see someone wearing something. I'm like, oh no, I think I have a top that matches this. Mm-hmm. And it was very easy. It came very easy for me. So when I was graduating from university, and we all needed to make this outfit, there were a bunch of events lined up. And I said, talking to everyone, what are you going to wear? I'm going to buy something. I'm like, nah, I don't think anyone has what I want. So I remember like putting pieces together in my head, trying to put it on paper. And I went to a designer at the time. I'm like, this is exactly what I want. I said the colors and she's like, this is quite strange. But I'm like, yeah, do it anyways. And it came out really nice. People really loved my outfit. I loved my outfit. And then right after uni, I was in love with Ankara. So even before we graduated, I had told my mom to buy me a bunch of Ankaras, and she did. So I tested out, I made a kaftan for myself, and my sister was like, oh, I really like your kaftan. Can you make one for me? So I made one for her, and she wore it to the office. At this point, I knew I loved fashion, but I didn't really know I wanted to do it as a business. And she came back to me and she's like, oh, Derin, so many people loved your kaftan and they want your tailor's number. And I remember saying, I was like, okay, cool, no problem. But then I sat down and it came to me so quick. Like, oh, but your tailor didn't design this. You designed this and told him what to do. So I'm like, you know what, give them my number instead. And she did. And that's practically how it started.
And the rest is history, basically.
Like history.
So you started out, and was it Fabling by Derin from the beginning?
So when I made the kaftans and it started to grow, I sat down. I'm like, okay, we need a name. And to be very honest, I wanted to be a modeling agent. Mm-hmm. I loved like pretty girls, and mm-hmm. I felt like I could do it. So I already had the name Fabling. It was going to be Fabling something.
Like an agency, yeah.
Yes, an agency. And then when I was thinking of a name for my brand, I just said, oh, it could be Fabling by Derin, because firstly, my name is Fab. People call me Fab in uni. Mm-hmm. But I keep saying secondary school. People call me Fab
because of your surname,
because of my last name,
yes.
Fabikun. Mm-hmm. And it was very easy to piece together. So yeah, that's how the name came about, Fabling by Derin.
So okay.
Yeah, it practically when it started to go big, the name also we incorporated the name into it.
Okay. Knowing what you know now, was it easier to start a business then or now?
Oh, it was so much easier to start a business then.
Why
Because
is-
this is me even like trying to rebuild. I mean, just speaking based off of my journey, and it hasn't. I mean, it's a journey, but it hasn't been as easy as it was back then. You know, it was very easy. Each era has its own challenges. Do you get? Because at that time, people did not feel the need. Most people were buying their clothes, you know. So, like as a young designer, making this outfit, trying to convince people that this is really nice. Although I didn't do too much convincing, the clothes
sold
spoke for
themselves,
itself.
yeah.
But like, it was a time. That era was actually quite beautiful, and there was no pressure. You know,
Social media was not what it was.
It wasn't what it was then.
Yeah.
And for me, because it came from a place of so much love and so much passion, there was really no pressure. I mean, as much pressure as we have now. But yeah, I would say it was easier to do business back then.
There were times when your brand went quiet. What happened during those times?
Okay, so my business, Fabling, we went through a lot of challenges, especially me being the founder. From my showroom getting flooded in.
I remember
the
that.
first showroom I ever had got flooded. Like the water was literally like hip level. And I saw it and I just started laughing.
You were laughing?
Yeah, I was laughing actually.
Yeah.
We lost so many things. Fabrics, customers' fabrics. We had to like refund. A lot of people were kind in that time. And that's when I knew the power and love that my business had, because a lot of people were very kind to me then. Then some people were not, which is understandable. So we had to refund a lot of people. And then that was what fueled my move to the island. And then on the island, I started to have some health challenges here and there. It went from bad to worse, from worse to worst. You know, and I really couldn't do much as a designer anymore. As the sole designer of my business, the one thing I love as a fashion businesswoman is designing. It's still my strength till today. So we couldn't function, not because I didn't have the right people in place. I had everyone that you could possibly have as a business, you know, to run a business in your absence. But for some reason, it just wasn't working out. And even being on hospital bed, a lot of customers were looking for my personal number and calling me and saying things. So the doctors, I remember that day, they came into my room, and they're like, "You can't do this, you know, it's not helping, you're not getting better. And like your vitals are going up and down the place. So you need to focus on one thing for now."
And what's important is your health.
And my parents, everyone was like, sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional.
Oh no, I understand. I totally understand.
Yeah, so they advised me to shut down. And I agreed. At first I fought it. I'm like, oh, I could try. But then they're like, you can't. So I had to shut down. And yeah, I feel like a part of me.
Please, can we get tissue?
I can't believe I'm crying.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm so sorry, but
oh my
tissue,
goodness.
so you can dab.
Thank you so much.
I believe your story is a story of resilience. You know that you have a gift. You know that you've done this business. You've done it ready to wear. You've done it for weddings. I remember bridesmaids. There was a time when people would get married, all their bridesmaids were Fabling by Derin.
Yeah,
you were very popular for that as well. And you've also showcased your talent on a lot of your friends. Inidima, one of your muses.
Mimi Onolaja,
Sharon Oja. All these people were friends with you. I think you were also involved with Inidima's wedding, right?
Oh yes. That was one of my. So at that time, I hadn't launched, but we were going on a ride, and because I hadn't launched, she didn't want to pressure me. So I was fine with following her on her, with looking for designers and all of that. and it was her reception dress.
Mm-hmm.
It was first her court wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just like, oh, who's gonna make this? I know who's gonna make this. I remember very well we're in the car on the bridge. And she just said, Derin, you can make this dress now. And I looked at her and I'm like, I can make this dress. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. Like, try, please. She's like, please do it for me. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. And that's how it was. It was fun to get back in that element. I really enjoyed making that dress. Both her court and her reception.
Mm-hmm.
Her reception dress was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. I remember, I remember seeing it. I was like, oh yay! It was good to see. I think that people don't understand that behind a business is a human being or a team of human beings.
Oh yeah.
And as a human being, sometimes you have to either take some time off, whether it's by force or whether you decide on your own to do it, and I totally listen. I understand. I have been a person who's like, you know what, this business is stressing me. It's not even a health thing, but if not, I will go crazy. And I have disabled all my social media accounts. Like, I just don't want to think about the business. So I get it. And there have been cases where you're also forced because of health or whatever issue it is. If you're watching this, you've probably heard me talk about the Credit Direct app. And I will keep talking about it until you download that app. But jokes apart, wealth really is a journey, right? Sometimes you need access to credit. Sometimes you need buy now, pay later, because it helps you manage expenses better. And sometimes tools like Yield by Credit Direct help your money grow, even up to 21% per annum, depending on the plan that you choose. I'm mentioning all the different ways and different things that you can use the Credit Direct app for. Credit Direct brings all of these tools together in one place, designed to support people at different stages of their journey, whether you're a business owner or not. And you can explore what works best for you by downloading the Credit Direct app. Did you at some point feel like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore, ever again?
So when I was on my break from the health situation, I remember like thinking that, okay, when I got a bit better, I remember thinking like, okay, maybe God doesn't want me to do it because I'm also really spiritual. There's a lot of my faith in my business. So I remember saying, oh, maybe God doesn't want me to do this anymore. And I was praying and asking him for what to do, like the next direction. And maybe I did this on, there's that thing where you start to doubt, like, oh, maybe God wasn't even in this, regardless of him showing you that he was in it. So I remember asking him if he didn't want me to do this and he wanted me to do something else.
Show me a sign, let me know.
Show me a sign. And he really did show me a sign that, bro, there's nothing else for you to do. Like, this is that thing.
What was the sign?
Okay, I'll tell you. This story is very funny. So I was about to go to bed and I said my prayers. I'm like, please let me know if I'm about to do this, if I'm supposed to be here, like, should I continue on this journey or should I just leave it? And I said, I don't want to hear through a dream. I don't want to hear a voice. I don't want to dream it. I want
a concrete,
physical. I want someone to call me or I want to hear someone speak to me, like right beside me. I want to see the person. And I said that prayer and I went to bed. And then the next morning, I'd forgotten about it. I just got a call from a strange number and she was like, hello. I'm like, hi. She's like, is this Derin? I'm like, yeah. Oh, I had to go look for your number. You made my reception dress in a certain year. And it was like one of the most beautiful things I've ever worn. I know that you're going through a bit of challenge now, but I just want to tell you that whenever you come back, we're here. We're waiting for you. We need you. The business industry needs you. Yeah. Yeah.
Now is my turn to not be emotional. Because
you encouraged me to be emotional.
No, you don't understand. My aesthetic is hard girl. Hard babe. Tissue, please. But I have tissue. I feel like as a business owner, I understand. And it can be very, very disheartening when you want to do something.
Yeah.
And this is not a crying show, for God's sake.
I can't believe.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
I don't cry on camera, Derin. What's this now?
I'm glad I could get that out of you.
No, because as a business owner who you are not in it because, you want to make some money.
Yeah.
You are in it because you are passionate about this thing, and you know that you can do it, but different challenges that, the life throws at you, whether it is health or whether it is, a crazy landlord or a plumbing situation or whatever, and you feel discouraged and you feel like, what am I doing with my life? Is this what I'm supposed to do? That sort of thing. And so I totally understand. And I would have probably, did you cry when you got that call?
Oh, I started screaming. So in the moment, I was just like, oh, wow, this is because she said she went to look for my number. And then after the call, I was just like, oh, wow, that's so nice. Okay. And then the Holy Spirit just dropped in my mind. He's like, that's your confirmation. So I just started to scream and cry and pray. It was actually a beautiful encounter that day. I remember.
I mean, for those of us who are not in this because of the aesthetics or because it's cool to say, oh, you have a business. So I totally, I feel you, I understand. And for those of us who have come to Jesus moments where you're like, God, is this the work that you want me to do? Or should I just go and dust off my CV and go and find bank work?
Exactly.
Because, what is this? And if this is what I'm supposed to do, why is it so hard?
Yeah.
Why is it so hard? Why is it so tough? I spoke to someone who is in a similar field as I am, as a footwear designer, and it remains small for me to cry. Honestly, I had to hold my, so it's you that brought out the crying now. But I've seen cases where you've done ready to wear.
Oh, yeah.
You also do bespoke for brides or people for special occasions. I'm gonna fight that person. Okay, let me start again. We've had situations where you've created like a diffusion line ready to wear. Then we've had situations whereby it's more of made to measure, or should I say bespoke.
Yes.
So where are we now
So right now I am I decided this year to focus on my ready to wear brand because from inception I created the brand because people couldn't really afford Fabling back then. So I wanted a line where people could like probably go to when they can't. But I didn't give it my all. It has been a brand where I never gave it my 100%. I just designed and I had someone managing it. But when I check it, it's actually one of those that like brings in a lot of fast money without any stress. And I was thinking to myself, end of last year, that what am I going to do? And my spirit said, if you haven't given 100% to this brand and you're earning this much, what will happen when you give
focus
100% to it? So I want to really focus on my ready to wear brand this year. Put in more aesthetically pleasing designs, also like push it more than I've always had and just see what that does for me.
What's the price like in terms of, is it like mid-range? Is it what people will say, oh, affordable luxury? Will people say it's a luxury ready to wear? Where does it fall?
I would charge it affordable luxury.
Okay.
Yeah. I will put it at affordable luxury because we have pieces ranging from 100 to
and above.
Yeah, and above.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would charge it as affordable.
What would you say to people who say, to you, affordable luxury is 100,000 and above? What would you say to people who are like, why can't it be less expensive?
Okay, so it was actually, so it's in me putting my best foot forward that I realized that we needed to increase the prices because I never wanted it to be at this price point. But then when I did my books with my accountant and finding out how to scale and all, found out that I had been selling at a loss for about 3 years. I mean, there was money coming in, so I could see it. We could run the business, but
There's no profit.
There was really no profit. So like I was running at a loss. So we had to come to a middle ground. I'm like, I still really I don't want to lose those customers, but at the same time, I don't want to kill myself. So if people, I was scared to put out this collection I just did because the price point, this is the first time. I'm like, what if people can't? And someone said to me, if they can't afford it, there'll be people that can afford it. Like build your new...
You're not for everybody.
Niche. Exactly. And although that made me sad, it's a business.
I understand.
Yeah.
So what would you like designers, whether they're upcoming, whether they're established, to, if you could give some advice, what would you like to say?
My number one advice to people is always to stay true to themselves. There's so many things going on around you. Shut out the noise, and focus on what works for you. Also to not take on more than they can handle.
Okay.
I mean, it's okay to push yourself, but there's also pushing yourself and being greedy. The point where I actually cannot deliver, but let me see if I do like nights. And then you do that and you don't deliver 100% on the outfit. And the customer is so upset. She doesn't even care about how much work went into it. At that point, it's like, for what did I do this? You get, so like, stay true to yourself and also listen to your body as a designer, your mind. Because if your mind is not settled, nothing, even the Bible says it, guard your heart because everything you do flows from there. If your mind can't be settled, you won't be able to put out what you need to put out. You will find that you're always fighting one battle or the other. And that's when you say, I have creative block. You need to make sure that nothing or no one affects.
It's difficult in today's Nigeria where you wake up and it's a new headline. Diesel has gone up, petrol has gone up, this is happening, they are blocking this road today, this person has come to commission this and this and that, and then police wahala, there's all sorts of stuff. So it's not as easy as it sounds, but I totally understand what you mean. So my question to you, and I think you've answered it, was going to be what you're focusing on for the rest of 2026, which is this ready-to-wear line.
The ready-to-wear Bloom by Derin.
What's that?
Bloom by
Derin, yes. And what opportunities do you think there are right now in the fashion space that people are not taking advantage of?
To be very honest, even just yesterday, I saw a bunch of grants that was available for women.
I saw that.
And it's not limited to fintech or business people. It's literally you as a creative. There are people that really want to give you money. I don't know how it works because I've never done it. And I keep asking myself, am I ever going to do this? I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of grants out there for women in business, women in creative space. I think there's even some that are specific to fashion designers. Yeah. And in terms of opportunities, there's so many. The sky is so big for everyone. So don't ever be afraid that, there's so many designers already. What is in your head is not the same thing as what is in the next person's head. What you're going to offer a woman as a female designer, it's not what the next person is. Like, if you're a designer, if you're not a copycat, it's not going to be what you're going to offer. The next person is going to offer. So just do it.
That's it. And that's how we're going to end this conversation today. I want to say thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
I had 30 questions, but I feel like in the short time that we've spoken, you've pretty much covered everything. And like I told you from the beginning, even before we started rolling, I said there was a reason I wanted you here, and it's because your story is a story of, resilience. It's a story of someone who has been met with different obstacles, and you are still able to move on. So I want to say thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And it's been amazing, and I wish you all the best in
Thank
2026.
you. I wish you all the best. too.
Thank you. It's time again to tell you how you can win a gift voucher courtesy of Credit Direct. All you have to do is download Credit Direct, the app, follow them on social media, follow us at the Fashion Roundtable, and show proof in our DMs at the Fashion Roundtable on Instagram. And you could be the lucky winner. This episode was brought to you by Credit Direct.